started on time for once. What is this? It's like I was prepared or something. That's not what I want to do. There we go. Do this, and then that. Perfect. Oh man, I'm actually shocked that things are working as well as they are. Because this is the first time in a very long time at this point that I am streaming a game from my PC and not through my capture card. So hopefully everything goes well. Also, I don't have the, none of the sound is coming through the desktop audio. So I don't really have that balanced out. So hopefully the sound isn't too overbearing or too quiet. I guess we'll find out as the night goes on. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. Who knows? Ooh. Until then, though, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, welcome to the Flat Park Courthouse. My name is Tyler Cohen, and I'll be presiding over today's proceedings. And on the docket today, my goodness, we have Detective Grimoire. So this is actually, I don't think it's the first in this series, but it is the game that precedes Tangle Tower, which I played recently. And that's very exciting. While I was looking up like the logo here for the thumbnail, the Detective Grimoire logo, a bunch of images came up from like a Flash game. And like you can see, Armor Games is like a credited thing. You can click on this Armor Games link here. And that's nuts to me. Like, this is such a... It's an older franchise than I thought it was. Hey, McLeod, how's it going? Ready to solve some mysteries tonight? Ugh. I hunted down that earlier game, just like I said I would. But yeah, like I said earlier, this is the first time in a while that I'm streaming from the PC and not the capture card. So it's going to be a little bit jank tonight, for sure. Without further ado, let's get started. Please don't let all the sounds be too loud. My goodness. Oh. Okay. Alright, already I'm loving this. Oh. Alright. Headphones on. I understand that sound is important, but hopefully they don't need to be too loud. What if will pop in eventually? Maybe? Who knows? That'd be really cool. Oh, and please let me know if things are too loud or too quiet. Oh god! Okay. So... Already. How about now?
Last night.
Oh my god.
A murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp.
Okay, so it's another murder mystery.
Attraction, deep within the heart of the marsh.
Oh,
Tourist attraction. Here?
Up a little? Okay. I'm trying to balance
Why would anyone come here by
my own
force?
volume, my
I've
headphones,
explained this already. This area
and the
is
OBS
famous.
mix.
Famous. All I read was that some idiot thought they saw an alien here 100 years ago.
Get your facts straight for once. We're talking about a creature that's
already.
lived in the swamp for over 60
This theme was also used in
years.
Tangle Tower.
Okay, so it's a 60-year-old alien. I still don't see why it matters.
If it matters to anyone, it's you. That creature is our prime suspect.
The murder suspect?
That's right. This is no Loch Ness monster. You need to be taking this seriously.
No, look, come on. how am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
We've always enjoyed a challenge before. You can start by reading this.
Man, he feels a lot
Case
more
file? There's not a lot
official
of those
in this
As
game.
usual, we only know the bare essentials at this point.
Oh, okay. Wow, okay. Richard Remington, huh? Founder of tourist attraction Boggy's Bog was found dead outside his office at... That would be 10:45? Yeah. Exact cause of death unknown. 3 small wounds to the chest suggest an attack from a clawed creature. Slime around the wound and footprints found at the scene suggest the culprit was Boggy, the legendary swamp creature. Oof. Any of the 7 other people present in the swamp last night could hold vital information. I'll turn this up just a little bit, just in case. This music seems kinda quiet. Hopefully it doesn't overpower me. Ew, gross. Okay, that's the wounds and the footprints. And this is our suspect, okay. I like that he's standing in like a tub of water. Okay, fantastic.
Our murder victim, Richard Remington, he was in charge of this tourist attraction. Boggy's Bog?
Oh, it's capturing my cursor.
What a name.
Boggy is the name of our creature. Well,
It's bizarre.
nowadays it is.
You mean that stupid cartoon character? I've heard of him. That thing is our murder suspect?
There's more to Boggy than the cartoon character, I promise you. This is the place it all began. You'll find out soon enough.
Oh, ominous. Gotta make sure my cursor stays off. Oh, the animations. Hey, there's the guy we know. The text up here is a little bit cut off. Like even in the window.
Your case file is in the top right. You can look at your
Okay.
clues and suspect profiles in here.
God, I love that these games are fully voiced. It's so cool.
When you've collected some, of course. I'll stay and guard our boat, so if you're confused, come back here and I'll help you.
Alright, fantastic. Just a long way to make it more enjoyable, yeah. Also, I'll notice that Sally isn't with us from the beginning this time. I know she's in this game. Bog... This thing's actually on our suspect list. That's amazing. The police file, or is the only clues? That's so much stuff.
That's where I need to go.
Alright.
I can switch to walk mode with the button in the bottom right.
Ooh, alright. So already some differences mechanically.
Oh, and if I'm feeling confident, I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the options menu.
Let's go ahead and do that. Sparkly hint icons. Alright, we're in windowed mode. That's probably why that stuff was cut off. Alright, so sound seems okay now, I'm assuming. Yes, good. Like, I was doing some tests just before the stream started, and I couldn't really find a good middle ground. Right.
That's where I need to go. I
Oh,
can
right.
switch to walk. Oh,
Yeah, thank you. Oh, that must be the little girl that we were informed of before. Hi, hello.
Wow, you didn't get lost yet.
No, I only just got
Oh,
here.
this is so
Who are
cool.
you?
It's the same animations, but they're
don't remember.
different.
Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
Okay, so I'm assuming this is a reference to an earlier game?
I've never seen you before.
Saw your hat blow through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you'll let me, I'd better go after it. You can wait here and
You'll
behave.
get lost. I would never forgive myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a map of the swamp?
Not anymore. I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Although I suppose you know all about it already?
They're saying it was the creature. But it can't be him. He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. Nope. He's a different sort of
This character is definitely very
Wait,
mysterious.
What do you mean? If you... she disappeared. I might pretend I imagined her.
Alright, that's very mysterious, actually. Alright, fantastic. Oh, that's creepy.
It's an old statue of Boggy. His feet are hidden in a bucket of murky water.
Oh, okay, that seems like it's gonna be important. Like we're gonna find some image or figure of Boggy, and he's gonna have different feet than the footprints that we found.
Is an opportunity for a photographic memento. The two characters are an explorer and Boggy himself. Are they fighting?
Alright, is that evidence? No? Okay. I mean, I can't really tell from here. Kinda looks like they're hugging? Though I can't tell if that's like part of Boggy or if that's like a really muscly arm. That's the crime scene first. It's to the west side of the swamp. Alright.
I still don't quite understand why we have a tourist attraction here. Don't forget to use walk mode to move around.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for reminding me.
Just my luck, the gate's closed. Looks like I can move these metal latches around.
Oh my gosh, we're already on a puzzle.
I should just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll be able to get through this gate. Probably.
Oh, okay, physics puzzle. Let's see.
Hey, nice. I might get one of these from my office.
I wouldn't, that was very easy. Starting out strong. Yeah.
This is the tourist attraction? The whole thing just doesn't make sense to me.
Different strokes, Grimoire, come on.
Let's do some thinking. Drag any two stray thoughts into those slots at the bottom, and flick through the connecting statements in between to make a sentence.
Oh, okay.
Tap the confirm button to try it out. I just have to focus my thoughts and reach a conclusion. Boggy's Bog seems like the middle of nowhere.
The swamp is too stupid for a tourist attraction. Too remote. For the tourist attraction. To make any money, maybe? To murder someone.
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to murder someone. I think that's pretty close.
Oh wait, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, this one. This is what I wanted.
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money. It's really bugging me.
Okay.
What's the story behind this place?
So we got a cafe and a museum.
Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right. I'm not hungry, though. This place is putting me off food.
Fair enough. Is there anything else of interest? Lily
Note
pads?
yourself, don't fall in.
Right. This one feels a lot more like, without the characters on the screen, I guess I wouldn't normally be, but there's something about the way, ooh,
There's a hollow part of the tree right at the front, but it's too dark to see inside.
there's something about this screen specifically that reminds me of Putt-Putt. Like the way this path is like curving off and going under this route. Alright, well, let's head to the museum. What's this?
These flower petals seem a little out of place lying on the ground over there.
Okay. Stump?
A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore.
Indeed. What is this tent?
I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else.
Okay.
I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Oh, okay, we're still going. Well, I mean, more west? Ah, there we go. Suddenly feels a lot more sinister. Alright.
So, this is where they found Remington's body.
Okay. It's the same stuff from before. Oh, here we go. Map of tourist attraction Boggy's Bog, generously donated by the mysterious little girl at the entrance. When I'm exploring the swamp, I can access my map from the map button in the corner. Alright, so far we have a murdered and enigmatic little girl who may or may not be real.
There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside.
That seems primed for a nasty fall.
The strange footprints stop right by these reeds.
Interesting.
Maybe I should take a closer look. Maybe I can move some of them out of the way.
Oh, oh, flippers.
A strange pair of green flippers, badly hidden in the reeds outside the office.
I don't know, until I moved the reeds, they were kind of well hidden. Oh, I guess that's... Hot dog, get your hot dogs here. I had a plate of mini corn dogs for dinner, so... Oh, strange green flippers. Who left these lying around? Okay, we have two things to learn about them. We got some
There are
normal
bizarre footprints with 3 toes leading up to the office door. And back down into those reeds by the water.
Yes, but also regular footprints. Oh, let's go.
I can't get in here without a key. And I don't
Classic.
feel like kicking the door down. Maybe if I get desperate later on.
I don't know if Grimoire really seems like the guy that will kick a door down.
What's this? There's a lockpick dropped amongst
Oh.
the weeds down here in the water.
Who needs a key?
I just have to work out which vine to break and tap that button.
Okay, so it's this vine here.
That's the one. But I wonder where this lockpick came from.
Lockpick discarded near the entrance to Remington's office, covered in a strange liquid slime. Most likely used by the murderer to break into Remington's office. That sounds like something we could do.
I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down. Maybe if I get desperate later on.
Come on, Grimoire. Alright. There's no inventory screen, or did I just forget? So I totally believe that I forget that. Alright, so there doesn't seem to be anything we can do about these footprints, the regular ones. I guess we're just assuming those are Remington's footprints?
I can't
Okay.
make...
Let's go back then. Oh, hello, people.
Some suspects.
Camera crew?
Let's get this investigation started.
Alright, well, let's talk to the obvious star of the show up here.
Yes, do you have a message for me?
Vanderpeer,
I
huh?
don't think so.
Then why are you here? I'm incredibly busy.
You don't look it. Who are you anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Vanderpeer.
The famous movie director?
The artist, the visionary, the auteur. I'm a man of many talents.
Okay, interesting. Oh, quippy, like it. That's a very talented beard you've got, at least. Ouch, let's see that.
That's great. Let's hope you have a talent for answering my questions.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
But Then I'll be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I guess let's talk about his job. Getting started talking about himself.
What's a famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's not the way this director works.
But what are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering. This area, the history, the atmosphere, it's the perfect setting for my next film. I'm on a scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about
And I can
Bob.
respect that.
About the
that's
swamp
fair.
creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet.
Isn't he like a children's
is that
character?
Your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful right-hand man.
Bobby.
Well, faithful enough, you know.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. He looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work. But I wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
Wow, okay, that's actually pretty high praise. Alright.
Were you working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed I was working, very hard indeed, well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest. But yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual, yes. Difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was, unable to find my faithful cameraman last night.
Okay.
He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burl, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always. But being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
You were filming
Suspicious.
last night? Here?
Yes, at the time of the murder, I believe. But wait, I know what you're thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has
Sure
me
it is.
captivated to the point where
So,
Water.
you didn't see anything useful?
Which reminds me.
Sat there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you,
Time to hydrate.
detective. But there are some odd sounds on the audio track. Nothing but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Oh god. Oh god. Footage recorded last night at the exact time of the murder, filmed by Vincent Van Der Peer, in the clearing on the west side of the swamp near the crime scene. There's nothing to see, but various clues can be heard on the audio track. Listen to them in order. So, creaking. Oh, jeez. Might have to... Huh? 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 I really like this sound. Okay. I'm sorry, this is a blast? Okay, well, that would definitely be the curtains ripping. That's probably Remington falling. Huh. Interesting. Does he know anything about Mr. Remington, I wonder?
Now there's a man who could handle himself.
I'm not so sure.
What?
Well, apart from yesterday, that was just a one-off, wasn't it?
For him, I think so, yes.
Alright, what do you know about Boggy Bell?
Yes. The reason we're all here, of course.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
What an amazing creature! No one has seen him for 60 years and he still manages to get accused of murder. Incredible!
Okay, that's one way to put it. Tell me about yourself, Vanderpeer.
The world's premier director.
Shocking.
The king of wit and whimsy. You met him? You're a lucky man.
Alright, we're not going to present him any clues because we don't really have anything. Alright, Bobby. Oh.
Alright, let's see. Another suspect for my notebook.
That's a little rude.
Oh, that's not the voice I was expecting.
I'm sorry. Did I say that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to answer my
What is
questions
this
before
guy?
I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
I'm Bobby Burl, professional cameraman. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm
Oh.
here to investigate last night's murder. Obviously.
Grimoire. Strange. Is that your first name?
What's a first name? Oh, this is hard. This is a hard choice. These are both very good. What's a first name? What's a first name? It's my second name. Detective is my first name. I love the idea that he doesn't know what a first name is, but also the idea that his name is actually Detective Grimoire.
It's my second name. Detective is my first name. Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
Okay. Sense of dread. Let's see here. This is very presumptuous, right off the bat. So, Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burl was so useless. No. Let's see here, was the murder? No, was nowhere to be found last night.
Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burl doing last night that meant he couldn't help
Challenge.
out his boss?
Burl was not able to help Vanderpeer with filming last night. The challenge topic will now be available when talking to Burl. Okay. Hey, buddy. Tell me
So
about
you
yourself.
already told me
Or
what
your
you do,
job,
but
rather?
now, why would a cameraman be working here?
I go where I'm needed. Vincent wanted to come to the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Vincent Vanderpeer? You mean that man standing on that rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Man, this
Is
guy's
he
got a
your
hairy
boss?
chest. My goodness.
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he never got permission until about a week ago.
Oh, really?
Huh.
But why did he want to come here in the first place?
If you're looking for a reason to write down in your notebook, I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera
This
with you?
guy's manner and
Most
way
of
of
the time.
speaking is like...
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming?
Like, it's giving me whiplash. Just, like, compared to what he looks like. My eyebrows. So, Vincent Vanderpeer only recently got permission from... I assume Richard... Why does the ghost look like a jester? I love this. A bit. To murder the victim? No. To leave the swamp forever. I'm assuming this is it.
Vincent Vanderpeer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. Vanderpeer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
I mean, probably. If I had to guess.
You were here yesterday, I presume? Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
No, I was over at the cafe getting something to eat. Richard Remington was there too.
Remington?
What?
You saw him last night? Just before the murder?
That's right, I saw him. He left the cafe looking rather ill. I offered to help, but he just wanted to go back to his office. He looked like he had a lot on his mind.
He was ill yesterday?
Perhaps it was something he ate.
Ooh. We have a chest burster situation coming out? Alright, well,
You should ask someone else.
thanks. Yeah.
Try showing it to somebody different.
Good. Well, at least his responses are brief.
the famous director, and my friend.
Okay.
A prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment.
Alright, so he also has a bit of an ego to him. I can respect that. Let's see.
Vincent's work, I see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess.
Yeah, that's fair. Now, I wonder if this is going to be a situation. In Tangle Tower, we only got, like, the special suspicion event once we had all the necessary information. But we're getting these, like, right away, as soon as we have reason to challenge them. Oh, God.
I heard from Mr. Vanderpeer over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had a walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No, not all the time.
It's not a part of his body. Lost this one. Where to look for it?
You left it with Vanderpeer, and he used it instead that night.
Oh, God, the
That's
music's
right,
so good.
he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late-night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
You just walked around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
Suspicious. Alright, Vanderpeer said you had a hobby on the side.
Vanderpeer said you had a hobby on the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here. I left my video camera, yes. But I have another one. It's much smaller, and it only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect. Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet.
Ah.
I only took it last night.
Man, come on.
Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
Oh. Well, okay. I would think we need like a dark room or something, but... Uh-huh. Okay.
What? Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally,
Interesting
I'm
development.
not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
Alright. A blurry photograph taken by Bobby Burl shortly before the murder. It shows something that looks like Boggy in the woods at the back of the swamp. The being in the photo seems to have long legs. I mean, that looks like a costume to me, right? Like, even if we just compare this photograph to, like, this little portrait down here that you can't see because of my face, like, the eyes are a different orientation entirely. Well, alright. Let's go challenge the director.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Huh. See here, he's declined the filming permissions.
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine. Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
that doesn't
Sure.
explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way.
Oh.
I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
This feels like a Blue's Clues thing. I mean, obviously, you just gave him an autographed photo, right? Like, gave him some flowers. Hi, I'm famous. I'm the boss. Oh, threatened him. Ah, probably not.
Right. That's the one. I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting
Yeah, I mean, if
upset
he's
about.
like trying to get
I simply
permission,
promised him
it
a
makes
cut of
sense
my
that he'd
next
like
movie's profits.
pay
It made
to get
sense,
access to the
since he
location.
owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him
It's not really
money.
a bribe.
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time either.
Huh. Yeah, I feel like that you couldn't really describe that as a bribe. Unless there was some reason why Remington wasn't supposed to be letting people film here.
He's been working with me for a number of years. A real expert, of course.
Very nice. Alright, that's all of those guys. We could continue exploring. There's another location up here. That's probably the office. Yeah, let's try working our way all the way around and then back to the swamp dock to talk to the officer.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I
Hatch?
can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers.
Okay, that seems like a clue. Oh, I didn't even see that. I just saw those.
That's the logo for Boggy's Bog.
Huh.
So, I'm guessing this museum is an official part of the tourist attraction.
This seems like a very dangerous building.
I hope they don't charge an entrance fee.
Like, look at this. It is leaning severely. Okay, look at this. This seems like a puzzle, but what is this doorknob situation happening here?
That museum is quite a nice building,
I disagree.
which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp. Is it being held up in wooden supports? It's bizarre.
Let's try going in.
The door's jammed unless I can get these brass handles out of the way. Seems like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear.
Right. Oh, okay, this is interesting. Let's get rid of that one. Let's bring this down so we can move this one. No.
That top hat guy
Hey.
would have so struggled with this one.
It is in a swamp, yeah. Ugh. That's a, oh god, what is that game series called? I've only played one of them. Professor Layton. Nice reference. Oh, hello. Let's see here.
Models of Boggy's Claws. Hold on. What's this?
Oh, intrigue.
Something doesn't seem right here. I think I should try arranging these models into pairs.
Okay.
Something seems out of place.
Okay. According to historical sketches, the skin would have had a number of spots and patterns similar to that of a toad or frog. 3 prominent sharp claws, supposedly the primary weapon of the boggy swamp monster. Some early sketches even showed a small thumb. That would be these two then, right? Because, like, this is the most accurate to the sketch, and these ones have the small thumb.
I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit.
Oh, okay.
It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
Well, alright. These flippers. They're not part of the museum exhibit, that's for sure. Where's the photograph? So, yeah, there's that. So far, it kind of seems like this might be Bobby in a costume. He set up a camera to take a picture of himself in a Boggy costume. Because these legs sort of look like his pants.
I'd better take a look at this.
Ooh. Boggy!
This journal, it's full of drawings and notes all about Boggy.
See, now those eyes were the same orientation as the photo.
It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire museum.
Compared to this little thing down here in the corner. Oh my gosh. A journal recorded 60 years ago by the explorer who first visited the swamp. The only record of Boggy existing. Contains notes and sketches on the appearance of the swamp creature. Boggy is shown with 3 small claws on each arm. Boggy's feet are always hidden in the water. There seems to be a page ripped from the back. Interesting.
It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show.
I don't know if you can really see this, but I love this. This is so charming. Hey, yeah, there we go. Rubber hose.
Apparently the museum was founded by the explorer many years ago.
Huh.
In a different location.
Oh?
It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction.
Okay, that seems kind of bizarre.
That might explain why it looks so out of place. Some educational facts about swamps.
Oh.
Did you know swamps are gross? Yes? Yes, I did.
The man isn't wrong. What is this?
Apparently, this is the exact hat worn by the explorers 60 years ago. It seems everyone is destined to lose a hat or two in this damn swamp.
Alright, let's talk to the man. What is this effect happening? Is it dust particles?
So, let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
You're incorrect, detective.
Oh boy.
I am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive and inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
I am immediately suspicious because of the last game. I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook. I'm writing in my diary.
I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook.
This is already very awkward.
So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here...
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
So,
okay.
You're visiting the museum. For fun.
Seems like an odd extrapolation of academia.
There's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Ah, what kind of
Sure.
secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of
I
cryptozoology.
love his filing
A
cabinet
fascinating
pocket, though.
combination of scientific fact and wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you.
This performance perfectly
this'll
matches
do.
this character.
Something for beginners, at least.
Why, thank you. Alright, information about Boggy collected by Agent Folder. Boggy's swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Okay. Boggy's appearance has changed from the original sketches, in which he has 3 claws on each arm. The modern character has simple fin-like arms instead, to make him less threatening. Okay. So that immediately tells us that the costume is based off of new Boggy. Or at least the arms are? Whereas the head seems to have been modeled after old Boggy. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some experts believe that information is out there somewhere. I'm assuming we're going to find that information. Information about Boggy collected by Agent... Okay, it's the same stuff.
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
Yeah. Were you here yesterday? What were you doing last
What are you an
night?
agent of?
I was here in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
Don't museums
That's
usually
suspicious.
close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please. There's a key to every lock, Detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick and get in through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If
I-
everyone did that, my job would be a lot easier.
But
It's not my best lockpick. This new one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so I don't.
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
And what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
I need to pick my questions
see,
carefully.
now this guy seems overly suspicious. Let's see here. So the lockpick I found near the treehouse? Who the heck is Mr. Harper?
The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
I don't know. Like, he seems pretty candid about all of his stuff. Alright, let's see what he thinks about people first.
This person is of no interest to me whatsoever.
Didn't think so.
If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already.
Oh, I was asking you a question about him. Okay.
Are you asking about the cartoon character? Because I have no interest in such childish matters.
No, I think
interesting.
I'm asking about the actual creature. What's the difference anyway?
Everything!
He killed him for his boggy inaccuracies. Honestly, at this point, that fits.
The man was a fool. That's all you need to know.
The man was a fool! Oh god, that's fantastic. Tell me about yourself more.
Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule.
Okay, wow, someone who is not interested in talking about themselves.
Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
An
What about
important
this?
piece of the puzzle. This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place.
Cool. I'm so glad he was not able to tell me anything useful about it.
You're wasting your precious time, Detective. The real swamp creature had claws. 3 on each hand, to be precise. But why does the costume just have these pathetic fins instead?
Let's see.
Guesswork. Nobody can know what Boggy's feet look like. It's his greatest secret.
Sure. Very, very interesting. I guess let's ask him about the lockpick before we challenge him. Don't you mean missed it? Oh.
Something you found on the floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright?
I mean, maybe. I don't exactly remember, but maybe misteds were things that were unique to Tangle Tower because of, you know, the water.
I
Challenge
have a bone
start.
to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies, go ahead.
So, what are we showing Folder now?
Present a clue. I mean, probably the lockpick, right?
Where did I find this again?
outside
I
the
found
office.
a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
See, he said Remington always carried a lockpick with him. No, he didn't. You were at the scene of the crime yesterday and might know who dropped it. He never said that, and we don't know that for sure. You already admitted to owning a lockpick and using it to open locked doors.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
What? Wait. You let Remington borrow your lockpick before he died. You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one. I mean, this is what he said.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently, it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
Well, okay. Very cool.
Models of box.
I wonder if it's notable that he only references the 3-clawed version and not the one with the small thumb. Alright, onward! Ooh, hello.
This staircase is a tree, and this tree is a staircase, and this place is so weird. What's this? Looks like the stuff in the water has been moved around recently. Maybe if I reposition them, I'll
That's
find
very
a clue.
perceptive. Oh, I see. Okay, it's like a fossil. Maybe... Wait. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, there's that. There's this. There's this.
I recognize that footprint. It's the same as the one found at the crime scene.
I'm glad we found that.
The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad.
There doesn't seem to be anything else important. Let's go up the tree. Oh, wow.
Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home.
Is there nothing else in the periphery? Let's go in
The
the
latch is
treehouse.
broken on this door.
Aw.
Seems I can fix it with those
Never
3
mind, I
cards,
was like,
but
no
just
puzzle,
put them
that's a
in the right
shame.
place. Once they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Oh gosh, gear puzzle. Okay, nope. Yes. I think that's maybe what we want. Connects those two. So not that. Oh, I see, maybe it's here. No, it overlaps. Ho-hum. I feel like this is correct, right? And this seems right. Nope. This placement doesn't matter, right? No, it doesn't. Okay. I don't know why it would be this. Oh, I see. There's like a clue in this. This is close because it's moving. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I am amazing.
Hello, leaf face. Or head, rather.
A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense. There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn? I just don't know anymore.
Spinning a yarn. Rogue.
I'm indoors. What a treat. The owner of this house seems to enjoy reading, though I'm not sure what else there is to do up here, actually. This is like an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain.
Come on, more.
The tree comes straight through the middle of the house. It even has little drawers carved into it. Okay, even I'll admit, that's pretty cool. There's a book on the table. I think it's a book about flowers.
Okay, that's like the third mention of flowers we've gotten.
How fascinating. I must take some time to read it.
Alright, let's talk to person.
You just
Oh my
walked
God.
straight into my house, did you?
Sorry, I would have rung the bell, but you don't have one.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention, but I can make exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to
Your
leave
mouth is on
me
your neck,
alone.
lady.
But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you
Okay, fair.
insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
I'm Detective Grimoire.
I mean, we climbed up the tree with the
I think I might agree
staircase.
with you. What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born.
How
and
old
I
are
had
you?
absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
She's a witch.
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
What have you been doing for that time? If you don't mind me asking.
I
Alright.
have many reasons to be here,
Interesting.
but I won't bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area. I've learned many things from them.
Cool.
Now, what about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set, but if you bring me an object that has liquid on it or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow, how do you do that?
Interesting.
Chemistry.
Chemistry. A page from Weybridge's book of pressed flowers contains information about all the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. The green and red species only grow around the side door of the museum and can't be found anywhere else. Alright. Tell me about last night.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Correct.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful.
Stop saying
Can you
suspicious
tell me?
things.
What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So
What
no
else?
alibi.
That's it.
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down.
Now that I think about it, no one has an alibi. Everyone was alone. Alright, tell me about people.
I have nothing good to say about that man, so I won't say anything at all.
It's very mature of you, Lady Weybridge.
I'm not even sure who that is.
What?
You should ask someone else.
Yeah, she's not gonna know anything about any of these people.
A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse. I heard she wasn't so keen on visitors, though.
Huh.
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
But are you a fan of movies?
I'm not even sure who that is.
Apparently not. Let's see, present a clue. Oh, these things have liquid on them.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron,
Okay,
then tap the faucet.
alright. I like how interactive this game is.
And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
Okay, so it's green, so we put the blue and the yellow.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes.
Blueberries and daisies? Dandelions? I don't know flowers.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron,
Yes, yes,
then
yes.
tap the faucet.
It's also green.
And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
Blueberries. Flower.
Got it!
Eureka.
Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. That looks pretty similar to last time.
It does.
They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And 1 of them only grows around the museum.
We had all the information, but okay. Flippers.
No, thank you.
Okay.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Alright, so she doesn't know anything about anything that doesn't have liquid on it. Fair enough. Alright. Nice to meet you, Mrs. Waybridge. Which way did we come from? Hey, we got it right. Okay. It doesn't look like we've missed anything. It's a ship.
Shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make any sense? And why is there a cafe growing out of the side?
Growing out of the side. That's not what I wanted.
Predictably, a trash can. And I just can't resist taking a look inside.
Detective Grimoire is a raccoon.
The glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here.
Orange, 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 orange. Oh, oh. We have a sketch of the costume.
Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper?
I think how it's on ruled
Or
notebook paper.
something more sinister?
What does this say? Armageddon, my revenge? What? These look like designs for a boggy costume. What's going on around here? Okay. So now we can be sure, most likely. Any sussy bakas in chat? As far as I know, it's only in the clouds, so you tell me.
Are we really talking about a swamp creature
How's it
here?
going, Banani? Ooh. Oh my god. This thing. Let's see here. I'm gonna try. Okay, so this explains what Burl's black and white photo smells like. Okay.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo
To be a
is
good
showing.
suspect at certain times
My
of day.
detective's intuition is
How about
kicking
this
in.
time of day?
That black and white photograph.
Is this your breakfast
I'm
beer?
not sure I'm looking
Very
at the
nice.
real boggy here, and I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Well, we've already got 2 pieces of the costume. Oh, okay, we're already starting chapter 2?
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on the office door.
Remington's office?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. See, that seems like a character that would absolutely make use of hammer space. She doesn't need pockets. She just makes things appear. What's
Grass,
this?
trees, nothing unusual.
I don't know, that seems like a pretty suspicious little patch.
The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship, I think. Never really learned much about ships.
It's quaint.
A
Menu?
shipwreck? And what?
No. Water.
Water everywhere. Not a drop to drink. Seriously, I'm not drinking that.
Yeah, don't do that. Let's talk to this guy.
Ah, yes.
Is that your skull?
Somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service. Well, kind of. You're a suspect too.
Of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
Can you
How did
not
you
swing
know
that knife
mine?
around, please?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your
Really
many
is.
exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
Okay. I love Challenge. I eat Challenge for breakfast. It's my favorite brand of cereal.
I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
Ooh, the boggy costume. What do you do? You're okay. That expression was very suspicious, very aggressive. There it is, right there. Ah,
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry.
wow.
or
I have to
thirsty.
spy it.
I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they?
Interesting.
Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp.
Why not?
I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a
that's fair.
secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really?
Interesting.
So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog.
The
He ate
bog
one
dog.
nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint
Similar?
you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice.
Oh, good.
Try it.
It looks like... It looks... Well,
Oh.
I'll try some later on.
That's the
You're in
stuff,
luck.
ain't it?
That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently. I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
Well, Bobby was there. And the swamp juice seems to be the liquid that's been on all the things. Remington left the cafe feeling ill after a bog dog was fired from their job. Oh god. So Harper.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him a bog dog. Hopper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
No, let's ask asking about last night.
You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening, and I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I looked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Still no alibis.
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you
fair.
have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton stuff. There simply
That's
aren't
rough.
many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
Oh my god.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in the trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Disguise
Try
could
to
also
think why
be
somebody would do such a thing.
director.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
Well, alright. Tell me about yourself.
I don't know very much about them.
What? What? What do you mean you don't know very much about them? It's you! God, get introspective every once in a while. Think about your feelings. Ugh.
You have a lot of suspects on that list.
I'm gonna ask you about every single one of them.
I don't know what to say.
Okay? Anything?
I don't know very much about them.
Nobody knows anything about anybody else.
You have a lot of suspects on that list. You're prime suspect, am I correct?
Well, technically, but I'm not even sure he's real.
Don't worry about that. Real or not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Which one? The cartoon character or the real creature?
Exactly.
God. Shut up.
He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
Well, alright. Good to know. Let's see your clues. Bog dog.
It was Mr. Remington's favorite food. That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there.
I mean, he says that, but this is an already made bog dog. Does he just put them in the buns preemptively and then hand them out? That seems bizarre.
It's the most popular drink that I sell. In fact, a lot of it has disappeared from my stocks recently.
See, now that seems like Agent Folder, right? Because he just goes and comes and goes as he pleases. And he seems like the kind of guy that would, you know, drown in a not quite Mountain Dew style drink.
I can't help you with that one.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
didn't think so. Probably can't help with the flower book either.
Why don't you show that to someone else?
Yeah. Let's see, we already showed him the costume design.
I don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Yeah, wasn't why I asked. Let's see.
I can't help you with that one.
Alright, well, challenge.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
Probably the green powder. Ah, jeez.
A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
I mean, that's hard to say. This room was broken into with a lockpick. That seems like an assumption. Did he say that he locks up the foodstuffs?
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bomb dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
Likely. Hey! Alright, pop the drink. Appearance of strange looking slime. Harper says a lot of swamp juice has disappeared from his stock recently. Yes, of course. Alright. On to the next location. Hey, it's Sally!
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look.
Oh god, okay. There's the,
What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong here at all.
Oh my god, was Sally the one in the costume? Oh god.
It's some kind of roughly made costume head, I think. There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside.
Oh, that looked like a piece of the curtain.
2 clues for the price of 1, I guess.
Alright. I like this doll up here on the left.
It's a framed drawing of Boggy. What a shame, it's not even signed. Boggy dolls, Boggy toys, Boggy postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad.
It's your headpiece from a homemade Boggy costume found hidden amongst the Boggy hats in the gift shop. Has an unusual lining with a red swirly pattern. The red lining was a piece ripped from some curtains. Wait, so the curtain is a lining inside the hat? Or the helmet? That's interesting, actually. Alright.
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Well, I only just arrived. Did you miss me?
Oh, no, I only just arrived.
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
Well then.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
Interesting. This is gonna be an interesting exercise, like seeing how they initially characterized Sally.
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here, exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on,
Fair.
You don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would
what?
say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted. When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously
Okay.
though, as much as I appreciate
You
sarcasm,
found the murderer.
I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my
That would
notes.
be an interesting
Oh,
twist.
look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the
I don't know.
swamp,
Just because it has
I
wheels
guess.
doesn't mean it's light.
And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
Oh, it was a Monopoly Man.
You left them here.
That makes sense.
By the gift shop.
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind
Kind
of.
of.
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this
Oh, that's
morning.
unfortunate.
If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
Fair.
I
Yeah.
absolutely do.
Okay, so we have all the pieces of the costume now, except for the body, I guess? Pair of Sally's black leggings. Sally says someone played a joke on her since they are covered in a strange liquid slime. Sally left these leggings in her bag and left that bag in the swamp last night.
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume, a homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You've never seen me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
that's the point of the disguise.
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black
Okay.
leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
And making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
Okay. Huh. Well, I have to say, this is not what I was expecting Sally to be like after Tangle Tower.
I really don't know what to tell you.
I mean, you work in the same place. I guess they work in different parts of the tourist attraction. Fair enough.
Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that.
Why don't these people know anything about each other? This lady literally lives in the swamp where you work.
Is that your new friend? Sweet. I really don't know what to tell you.
Alright, tell me what...
Is that one of the other suspects? They're more suspicious than me. Let's agree on that.
I mean, yeah, inherently.
I think
Boggy!
the cartoon character is kind of dumb.
What about the real creature?
I've never met him.
Me neither.
He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more
Jeez.
respect for the dead.
I know.
Alright, Sally, tell me about yourself.
I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see...
They're mine, but I left them here last night. Now they're covered in slime, and I don't want to go near them.
Fair enough. That's not the right thing. Well, you
That
get
is
the headpiece.
not something from my gift shop.
Didn't think so.
I've never seen it before. Where are you keeping all this stuff?
Hammer
In your
space.
pockets? Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Flower book.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay. I mean, it's a flower book. Bog dog?
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Just stuffs the hot dog in his back pocket.
This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yes,
Oh yeah, it's next to
think
the
so.
treehouse.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
Huh. Can you tell me
Is
about
that
the
one of
film?
your clues?
Okay.
It's nice. You can put it away now.
Alright then. I guess that's really all we have for Sally at the moment. I guess we could talk to her about all this other stuff, but...
I have no idea what that is.
That seems to be the response that we're getting. Alright, it's nice seeing you, Sally. Mushrooms?
There aren't many clues over here. Unless those trees are a clue.
Those aren't trees.
But I don't think so.
Alright, let's see if anything has changed back here. No? Okay. This incredibly unsettling boggy statue. I don't really need the officer to tell me anything. swing back around. Make a circuit. Oh, hello, you're new.
These flower petals seem a little out of place lying on the ground over there.
Stop swamping the swamp, alright.
You've arrived at a bad
hello.
time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
I don't know, his
Edward
conversation with Sally
Everstone
kind of
at
suggested
your
that.
service.
That's a pretty cool name. Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Why? I mean, this one, I guess that makes sense. Because echoes are bounce, yeah. Dolphin? I guess that's a dolphin joke.
Why? Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose.
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again. Until my job is done.
Ah. Rip and tear.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What is that?
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it was...
Not thought. Felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
Cool.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Well,
Please tell me he's not protesting for boggy
it's not
rights.
like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that.
Oh.
He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind.
My guy...
Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left
encrypted,
alone.
doesn't it?
But
It's
like
not
you
real.
said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
Okay, that's fair.
You come here every day.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting the tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are
but
going
you
to
can
keep
like
this
pack
place
a lunch.
afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to
This
say.
guy is immediately the
This
most
place fills
suspicious.
the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
Shocking.
What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A boggy
It's
costume.
Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
Oh my god, this guy.
So you're interested
He
in
do be, yeah.
cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
He was only discovered 60 years ago.
We've got a
Oh,
Boggy
that's
otaku
true.
on our hands.
Well, I bound it up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
I'm sure. Alright, well, what can you tell me about people? Let's start with Remington this
The
time.
murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
He hasn't seen anyone wearing it because he wore it. That's what I was thinking too. Wordplay.
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost.
Interesting. So yeah, he's definitely the one in the costume. He's a big fan of the cartoon, which has like the flipper hands. The costume has flipper hands. Also, his little yellow parka here resembles the body. Yeah, the murder, the actual like injuries though, had 3 claw hands, had 3 claw marks. And Folder was big on that being accurate.
Ah yes, Agent Folder. A good man.
Oh god,
You
they
know
know
him?
each other.
We get on rather well, and we shared a number of views on the way things were run around here. You're wasting your time with that one.
What do you mean?
I have nothing to say about them. You're asking the wrong person.
Okay. Pearl Harbor.
He seems like a good person. He even sympathizes with my cause.
He agrees with your protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him. Maybe everyone will.
See, that stuff like that seems like a misdirect. It's a very clear, like, oh, that's motive.
A man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting. Pretty good beard, too.
Okay.
You're wasting your time with that one.
Alright, let's see your clues.
Show it to somebody else.
Good thing it.
No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea.
I'm sure you don't.
Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend.
Alright, if he wasn't wearing the costume, then he definitely designed the costume, for certain.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Bog Dog.
Show it to somebody else.
Swamp
No
Juice.
thanks, my friend.
How about Folders?
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Come on, man.
Show it to somebody else.
Oh.
This is the journal, correct? The one that man left here 60 years ago?
You seem a
left it
little
here?
unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973, he...
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature. The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Like, isn't the cartoon character like a direct result of this tourist attraction?
No thanks, my friend.
Well, alright. On to the next one. Ah.
I found these designs for a costume, a boggy costume.
Aha, the legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
But these are just a child's drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
I feel like the headpiece of the costume would not fit on this guy's head.
I really don't have an opinion. My apologies.
You're fine. Now, see, now I'm getting in my own head. Like, he's so nice and pleasant to talk to that he's also suspicious.
You should ask someone else. Try showing it to somebody different.
You were eating at his cafe.
I really don't have an opinion. My apologies.
Alright, so you're not gonna know anything about Sally either.
You should ask someone else.
Blech. Let's see here, clues.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Not exactly. That's the wrong thing again.
Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog. Have you tried looking there?
Yes. I found a footprint, actually.
That's great.
Don't patronize me.
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's great.
It's great.
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before.
Yeah. I figured. Let's see here. Bug dog.
That's the food I saw Mr. Remington eating at the cafe last night.
Before he got ill and rushed back to his office?
That's right.
This is going down in my notebook. It might be important.
We already knew this, though. Swamp juice.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Alright. How about Folder's file?
That's great.
Dang it. He's not gonna know anything about the flower book. Curtain
I'm
piece.
sorry, I have not seen that before.
Ah. Alright, Director Man.
What can you tell me about these designs for a boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend, there will be no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
And what about your boggy movie? Isn't that going to be
practical
like,
effects?
A guy in a costume
totally
or a puppet?
awesome, my guy.
Or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery. I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer.
I mean,
cheaper, too.
technically, yes. Tell me about
I
people.
simply don't have time to help you with this.
He's not gonna know anything about these people.
You want me to sign a photograph for you? I'm a busy man, and this doesn't look like it's worth my time.
You don't seem like you're busy.
I simply don't have time to help you with this.
Ah!
You want me to sign a photograph for you?
Alright, clues. Let's see.
He's a talented man, that Burl. Sometimes I wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full-time, you know? I don't know if it's any use to you at all. I'll film again tonight and try to get a version without all those bizarre noises in the background. You won't be getting very far discussing that with me.
Yeah, I didn't
Try
think so.
someone less important.
Well, let's move on. Ooh, but where do we go? I do want to head back to the office because we got that key from the little girl. But I also want to talk to all these people again. Hey, buddy.
I found these designs for a boggy costume.
Oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If If they were trying to scare him out of the swamp, they should have spent more time making an accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's, you know, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the time to... It's just that there's no way anyone would believe nothing but foolishness.
This guy seems like the kind of person who would, like, rag on a cosplay because it wasn't a one-to-one recreation.
If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know already. Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule.
Oh, he's got to have something about Echo, right?
Oh, yes, I know him. He occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature. I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
What did he ask about?
He definitely made the costume.
Because some people are naturally curious. You should give it a try sometime.
I'm a detective.
This person is of no interest to me whatsoever. Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character.
God dang it. Keep doing that.
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
Let's see here.
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
Why obviously?
You're wasting your precious time,
Maybe
detective.
I need to show the map to someone. Like, I haven't been showing anyone these two things.
This file goes over some basic differences between the genuine creature and the cartoon character. It's nothing more than a basic overview, really.
So we do have some more things to give to... Oh, hello, little girl. Oh, God.
Aha!
She
The
looks very
great
startled.
detective returns. Did you run out of ideas?
No.
Need a little push in the right direction?
No. It involves ignoring you. That's just mean.
I'm getting a new idea. It involves ignoring you.
Like it or not, I'm here to help you.
I get it. You give me a map, then you magically disappear and hide behind a tree for an hour. You want me to be impressed?
Did you talk to all the suspects yet?
Yes.
I'm working on it. You can't rush these things, you know?
Have you noticed anything unusual?
I notice that this is going to take longer than I originally planned, and I'm getting the feeling that I wasn't wrong about this tourist attraction.
What do you mean?
I had a hard time believing there could be a place like this here in a dark corner of a swamp. It didn't make sense, and it still doesn't.
Some things don't make sense straight away. You need to look a little closer.
At what? The mud? The water? The trees?
Nope. They've been here for years, and they're not to blame. They belong here.
She's gone again. Hiding in a bush, no doubt. I wonder if she'll ever tell me something I can actually understand. Someone please... Well...
Oh. There we go. Hey, lady.
I found these designs for a Boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
Oh.
No, but
I
that's
didn't even
a
think
good
about that.
reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Oh, how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft. My livelihood.
Really?
I wonder.
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
I mean, it seems like he hung it up in his window.
You should ask someone else.
No, I will ask you about every single
Show
person.
it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
No!
I'm not even sure who that is.
Shocker. Oh my god, look at all these things. Okay.
Let's see. First thing we do.
Yes. Same green goop.
And now.
Boop, bap, boom.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes.
Same as the last time.
Same as last time?
Yes.
This was the exact same liquid.
Alright, then the swamp juice.
Let's see. First thing we then tap the.
Boop. Green.
And now.
Yes. Blue, yellow makes green.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. What's going on here? That was definitely the same as the other tests.
Correct. Let's see here.
No, thank you.
Okay.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to
figured this would be the
help
thing that she gave him, but clearly not.
you. You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
But you're a seamstress.
No, thank you. If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Is that the only purpose you serve, lady?
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on
Or
display
is
in
this a
museum.
costume that
I
you
know what it
made?
is.
I thought you might. I'm supposed to look to the past, right?
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago.
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorers 60 years ago. Lady Weybridge. She was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer.
Indeed.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
I love the fact that her hair looks like a leaf. Created the myth of the swamp creature yourself to scare people away. You were living in the swamp when the explorer visited 60 years ago.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60
Don't want to
years
make
ago.
assumptions.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you
Is that piece of paper underneath her desk the missing page from the journal?
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal? Or what, that I stole it?
Let's see here. If I can see it, I can be able to make up my mind. Took it from the journal while it was on display in the museum. He stole it from him before he left the swamp. That doesn't seem reasonable.
I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs
That's
here.
what you see usually.
With me. You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then I'll show it to you.
Is
Not
this you?
so.
He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes. He left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back.
Ooh. Oh.
What's this? Footprints.
Okay, so the thing might actually be real. Oh god. The lost page ripped out of the explorer's journal, given to Weybridge by the explorer 60 years ago, features a drawing of Lady Weybridge at 20 years old. Also features, God, she's 80 years old? Also features drawings of Boggy's feet and footprint. He has 2 toes at the front and 1 at the back. This page proves that the footprints found outside the office were not made by the real Boggy. Interesting.
He drew me into his journal. I was 20 years old. That's the end of the story.
I bet it's not. Does this explorer have a name?
Yes.
Are you going to tell me?
No.
That's fair, I guess.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
I didn't think so. Okay. So now we have a new piece of evidence. Time to make the rounds. I mean, did I learn anything new?
It's here a lot. I think he's been putting less effort into his protests recently, which is a shame. I think it's an admirable cause.
Do you talk to him much?
Not really. Sometimes he likes to talk, just casual conversation. He asks how business is going and what everyone likes to eat, nothing of real importance.
Oh, see now, even more suspicion is being pushed onto Echo. Because he knows what foods people like to eat. So he would know what food to poison. Oh. Sally.
I don't know very much about them.
Didn't think so. Let's see.
Why don't you show that to someone else?
I didn't think he would know. Show the nerd his feet pics. Oh god, you're right. Can I just jump straight to that location? I can. Okay, cool.
So,
Sup, nerd?
is that the missing page of the journal?
I think so.
It's an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, you're not wearing the right hat to be saying that.
Wait, that's it? That's it? Come on, my guy.
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
That's your...
You're wasting your precious time, detective.
Maybe if I show it to Echo, he'll be like, oh man, I got the feet wrong. Let's see. Here's the protest.
Show it to somebody else.
Nope, okay. Alright, seems like it's time to actually progress.
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped. This door has
What do you
two
mean?
keyholes. So, which key should I use in each one?
Interesting. We have two tops, two bottoms. What is the... Okay. Alright. Unfathomable. A nerd not reacting to feet pics of his wife? Oh gosh. Beautiful. Oh, I think we have a murder weapon over here. Okay, we have sketches of the bog creature. Lots of horrifying trophies. Looks like a tiny dragon. The source of that bang from the audio on the videotape. There is so much in this one room. My goodness.
Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed. An ink bottle spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings.
There's a map.
It's a note addressed to Richard Remington.
Oh, or a note.
The handwriting is immaculate. Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF.
FF.
And attached is a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect.
Whoa, hold up.
The whole thing is a mystery. I have no idea.
Mr. for Tomorrow, huh? Okay. That's a reference to Tangle Tower. Oh, hello.
Vincent Van de Peer's business card.
Question is, which forger was it a letter
There's
from?
a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. There's a couple of numbers.
Okay.
It's a letter Remington was writing before something caused him to spill his ink bottle. My dear fellow.
The fellow, not the forger. Yeah.
I received your note 2 weeks ago, but I've only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close, all due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured.
Ah.
There's a map of the swamp lying on the desk. It's been annotated in a few places.
Is that it? Is that all we get?
It's a letter Remington before my dear.
Yes. Okay.
These animals. They're not.
They're trophies.
I don't recognize any of them.
Oh. Oh god, maybe they're mystids. Not cryptids, but mystids.
These animals.
Chair?
Something happened here. There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window.
Dragon?
I don't know what's in that jar, and I wish it wasn't in there. I'm gonna stop looking at it now. Hunting memorabilia. Claws, teeth. It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing.
Interesting. Gun?
An old hunting rifle, discarded carelessly near the window. This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore.
An old-fashioned hunting rifle found discarded on the floor in Remington's office.
Something happened here. There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window. The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off.
I wonder what that means. Alright, murder weapon time.
It's a sharp metal poker for a fireplace, hidden in the shadows. Something about those 3 prongs. I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
You don't say. A fireplace poker hidden in Remington's office. It has 3 small prongs on the end. There's a small amount of dried blood on the tips of the prongs, covered in a strange liquid slime. The 3 prongs match up with Remington's wounds. Could this be the murder weapon? Nah, couldn't be. Let's see here. What do these things mean? Okay, notes. Interesting. Pieces of evidence. We have the hunting rifle and the fireplace poker now. This is just the notes. Suspects. Oh, it just makes a noise.
Not suspicious. Suspicious.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Not suspicious. Suspicious. Not suspicious. Suspicious.
All these things are pretty suspicious. This doesn't seem quite as suspicious.
Not suspicious.
Says nobody knows the shape of Boggy's footprint. He didn't seem to know either. Maybe? She is now one of the least suspicious people.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
He's Remington and his torch distraction. That's suspicious. I feel like the thing about this is not suspicious.
Not suspicious. Suspicious?
I mean, is any of this stuff really suspicious?
Not suspicious. Suspicious.
Bog was recording the Explorer's Journal. That's not suspicious. Something officially said for 60 years. That doesn't really seem suspicious. I'm gonna keep it suspicious. Mr. Remington is not suspicious. Spotters found outside his office in the swamp. That's not suspicious. Was secretly trying to hunt and kill Boggy? Wait, I think that's assumption, right? Like, did we get anything that says he was trying to do that? Hey. Okay.
Not suspicious.
Like, are these suspicions I'm placing on the individuals themselves, or things that I'm just considering suspicious in general? Everything about this guy is suspicious. Except for this.
Not suspicious.
That's suspicious.
Not suspicious.
That doesn't seem suspicious. Suspicious. Not suspicious.
Not suspicious.
That's suspicious. Okay. Oh. Suspicious. Vanderpeer works with Bobby Burrell. That's not really suspicious, I feel like.
Not suspicious.
Film himself. Filming at the exact time of the murder. That's pretty suspicious. Tried to film before, but wasn't given permission. He's made a string of popular fantasy movies. Okay. Alright, Bobby. That's not suspicious. Bro carries his camera around most of the time. That's not really suspicious.
Not suspicious.
Again, I don't know if this is suspicious or not. He knows that Remington left looking sick, though. Has a secret passion hobby on the side. That's not suspicious. We know what that is. Burl enjoys traditional black and white photography.
Not suspicious?
This could be suspicious, though.
So,
Alright. I don't know what the purpose of doing that was.
What?
Was Sally really suspicious? I mean, kinda, yeah. Is there something in the clearing? What's this?
This is the creepiest office I've ever been in.
Fair enough. Well, let's leave.
I probably shouldn't leave until I've searched a bit more thoroughly.
What do you mean? Fireplace.
This is the creepiest office.
Fireplace.
This is the...
Poker... This thing... Window?
The open window looks over the wooden planks. Oh, and on one
Okay, this thing.
something happened. There's...
Yes. Did I miss something?
Remington's desk is covered. It's all about Bog. An ink bottle spilled into his work. Yeesh. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings.
I mean, there's numbers on the back of this.
Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back. There's a map of the swamp. It's been annotated in a...
Can I see those annotations, please?
There's a map of the swamp. It's been... It's a letter, Remington. Before, my dear, I received your note, but I've only recently found the time to do the... I feel like my time in this awful... all due to the simple realization.
Okay, something about the golden beetle.
This This is the creepiest.
What am I missing?
Photos and paintings
here we
line the wall above the fireplace, but one of the frames is empty. Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor underneath it? This photo is ripped, but it looks important.
Uh-oh.
If I can piece it together again, maybe it'll reveal a secret.
Oh, shit. Alright, corner piece, corner piece, corner piece, corner piece. This piece goes here. This piece goes here. Oh god, that was hiding. Wait, what? There we go.
This photograph, and it's a young Remington.
Indeed.
And then some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles.
Wait, wasn't the third family in Tangle Tower the Remingtons?
Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
Interesting. First are the cryptozoological hunters. Cryptozoological hunters, my goodness. Goodness goodness. A group photo of a hunting club. A younger Remington stands among friends. They're all holding rifles. Huh. Very interesting.
Have I uncovered a secret in here?
Ooh. The hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington was a ghost. What about Sally's face? Belonged to a secret society, I guess?
The hunting photo is historical evidence that Richard Remington belonged to a secret society. I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around, see if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
Chapter 3. Well, let's just leave. Nothing seems to have changed. Wink.
I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
I don't know what that
liked
means.
Him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy around here.
Well, that much is clear, isn't it? The man obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can you?
Yeah, I think he did have an enemy or two. Or three. But you liked...
I respected him. Good head on his shoulders. Good business sense, that man. He understood how to make things work for him.
Interesting. Let's see.
I don't really have time to be looking at items from your collection.
Fair enough. Cool seeing the overarching story between the two games. Yeah. I don't know how much time there was between this game and then the release of Tangle Tower. But still, yeah, they had an idea of things going on in the background.
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me.
Yes, I suppose not.
You saw Remington last night,
Bobby.
but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know! I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like what?
Interesting.
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
He has a point.
That's great.
God dang it.
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before.
Okay, you're probably... There's nothing else to ask you. I'm assuming. Oh?
So what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, then he was even more of a fool than he seemed.
But he didn't like you hanging around, right?
That man was exceptionally skilled at ignoring me. Ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what, he just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes.
I mean... We've noted how it doesn't make sense that you would make a tourist attraction in a place like this.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Alright.
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well, I found the photo in Remington's office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And show it to Mr. Harper before you leave.
Okay. I wasn't expecting to get an actual reaction out of that.
Why are you carrying that around with you?
I have a suspicion it may have been the murder weapon.
Really? I thought Remington was attacked by something with claws, wasn't he? Show it to somebody else.
Now I kind of want to go back and show the other guys the murder weapon. Just to see if they have some kind of reaction.
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before.
Fair enough. What?
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important.
Alright, onwards. We're going in reverse order this time. I kind of want to talk to Harper last. I don't want to ignore the child, but like, I don't want her to give me hints, right? Yo, Sally.
So what can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What? Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
Yeah, I have a pretty good view of him from here. Anyone supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protest used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing it there?
I'm happy to say, I don't know.
There might be something I can ask Echo about.
Oh. Let's see. Is there spoken to? Spends more time holding. Ah, here we go. Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. And plans to eat it.
Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest.
Let's see.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is.
Fair enough. Alright, Echo. Hey, guy.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to ask...
Untouched people have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your notebook away. There isn't really any reason for it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Look, if you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Oh god,
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent.
Taxes?
Notebook time.
I have a sitting nickname. A ghost. What? Would he really be afraid? He's afraid of taxes? Ghost. The weather? I mean, this seems like the only relevant thing, right?
You've been in your tent, hiding from Boggy.
Why not?
What?
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently.
I refuse
and more
to
time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to ask.
Untouched people have even noticed something like that. I usually
I didn't get a
the
ding.
impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your notebook
The question now
away.
is it really
There isn't
possible to
really
get
a
things
reason for
wrong?
it. Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Look, if you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden. Notebook time.
I could definitely see it being taxes. Let's try ghost.
You've been hiding in your tent because the swamp is haunted.
Why not?
God dang it. Challenge not complete.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to...
Oh, there we go.
You can...
Well,
In that...
how do... Let's work out why... Notebook.
Taxman. Doesn't want to pay his taxes.
You've been hiding in your tent from the tax man.
Why not?
That's not an answer!
And more...
Lickety clackety.
Notebook.
Because I tried Boggy the first time and he had the same reaction. Weather's bad.
You've been in your tent because it's been raining.
It hasn't been, though.
Why not?
You liar!
And...
I don't know if, like, having it... Here, we're gonna hide from Boggy.
You've been in your tent.
Hiding from Boggy. Haha, why not? Anywho. Actually, hold on, let's go back to the map. Path?
That museum is quite enough. Wait, is it...
Oh, right, you actually have to go in. Sup, nerd?
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that mean?
It means there are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
I see.
Do you like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not? It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
What? You can't just stop there. What do you mean? Elaborate, guy. Come on.
So, you found it. I wonder who else knows about it.
What?
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
What is wrong with these people?
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
Okay. Into the woods. Up the stairs. Into the house. What is happening? Hey, lady.
You've been here so long, you must have crossed paths with Remington a few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
Oh,
what
God.
are you talking about?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters.
Oh,
several
okay.
times. They're relentless.
What were they hunting? Wait, what about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
Yikes.
But this area is protected by law, right?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home here. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's bog with a gun and start hunting down his main attraction.
But he was one of the hunters. We know that already. Oh, God.
Let's see.
Let's do this real quick.
First thing we attack. And now.
Blue, yellow, make green.
Got it. Now I know what that looked. I'll write it down in my notes. A swamp slime.
It's all the same. It's all the drink.
It's the exact same liquid again. There's something about that green slime.
So blank on the treehouse, found the crime scene. Huh. So the fireplace poker found at the crime scene, and black leggings are covered in this same swamp slime? They have magic powers.
The fireplace poker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
Yikes. Alright, well, this.
I recognize some of those men. Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes. And one of them after that.
I mean, that'd be Remington.
You can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Fair enough. Alright, the next logical step would be to go to the cafe, but I kind of want to ask Sally about her thing.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning. They're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
The black leggings were part of the murderer's costume. I have proof you were wearing them during the murder. This exact slime hasn't been found anywhere else.
Your
That's a lie.
black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, you know, I don't have to prove someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective the second he shows up? Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
You're too fat to it. Okay, that's a little mean.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, my, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Okay. Oh God, jeez. Well, alright. Small plastic toy sold at the gift shop has the cartoony appearance of Boggy. Boggy's feet are hidden in the bucket of water. That's so useful. Alright.
I always thought it was weird that his feet are in that little bucket all the time.
It's just part of the character, I guess. I'm surprised they don't sell some sort of boggy foot soaker.
And that would be the one product I'd consider buying.
Alright.
Where are you keeping all this stuff?
So I just wanted
In
to
your
know
pockets?
if there's anything. Alright. To the cafe.
You said you knew Remington?
He and I knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here.
This guy wasn't one of the
So I was
hunters,
happy
right?
to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons. He probably had several. I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies, that I was happy to let him keep secret.
Okay, probably not.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream, I can tell you that much. One of Mr. Remington's secrets, I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey.
Interesting.
That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle. He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason, he was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's Mr. Remington's fireplace poker. This slime on the handle. It's familiar for some reason.
It's the thing you sell to people.
I don't know everything, I'm afraid.
I didn't think so. Alright.
I think it's time I went to talk to Officer James.
The beginning of the end, oh god. Oh god, they're not gonna actually have me, like, decide who the murderer is before giving me anything, right? I'm missing a clue. I only have 75% of the notes. What am I missing here? Let's go back through this. Alright, who am I missing stuff from? So. Okay, I'm still missing a detail about Boggy. That seems to be the only thing I'm missing. I'm missing a clue. Let's check the notes. Alright, we have all those for the entrance. Look at the road. There's something here that I should be able to observe. Huh.
You again. Ready with some cryptic advice, no doubt?
Don't let them take him.
Oh
Ooh.
gosh.
The murderer? That's my job. I gotta make sure that they...
No, the creature. Don't take him away. This place is his home.
Oh, Boggy. Hey, don't worry. I didn't really believe he could be, responsible for this mess.
You didn't?
Well, no.
That's like assuming that a painting could stab somebody.
Mainly because I didn't believe he existed at all.
So, he won't get in trouble? You won't have to leave?
Well, he's been out here for what, 60 years, hasn't he? And stayed out of trouble for that long. I have a feeling some detective isn't going to change all that in one day.
Well, in that case, he says, thank you.
Oh. Okay. That's fine.
Note to self, don't fall in. Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right. I'm not hungry though. This place is putting me off food.
Where is this note? Let's go back to the protest. No, I want to go back. What am I missing?
I'm impressed someone managed to pitch a tent here, and I'm impressed someone would want to.
Oh, I guess I missed this somehow?
It's a colorful, boggy-themed padlock. He's staring into my soul. It should open if I set the right number.
Okay, yikes. Oh, dear. The Boggy cartoon. What year did that come out?
It's a poster from the...
Oh god! I can't read this. 34? 1934?
I'm impressed, and I...
Making assumptions. Hey, we got it.
It's a journal. I guess it belongs to Echo. Bad news. Remington is dead.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what to do. Was my whole protest in vain? They'll shut this place down, sure, but I'll never know if I got through to him. That's all he's written.
Intruder alert.
There's nothing else in here.
I could talk to him about that clue now. That's not a clue. Dang it. Wind-up toy.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Okay.
Show it to somebody else.
No. Tell me your
No thanks,
secrets.
my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea.
Ah.
Looks like this path leads towards the northwest corner of Boggy's Bog. I can't wait. A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore. Looks like this path leads...
Okay. So we got all that. Nice. Okay, there's something in the clearing. What have I missed here?
There's a narrow path here leading up that hill and through the trees. It doesn't look inviting. I'm not sure it's part of the tourist attraction.
Alright, I'm assuming that's the one thing. Alright. Let's see. That's not what I wanted. So we got the note here. Got outside the office. We got the path. Oh my god, there's so much in the museum that we missed. Ooh, maybe the challenge changed.
I heard you've been spending less and more... No...
Are you?
So... Well...
In that case...
Out.
Alright, same dialogue.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent. Notebook time.
Okay, so this was just like a fun little thing, then. He was afraid of a ghost.
You've been hiding in your tent because the swamp is haunted.
Haunted?
Why not?
Sure. Got nothing else to share with him. Alright, well, back to the museum. What have I missed here?
Things in jars. Ooh. I don't like things in jars. Unless the thing is marmalade. Apparently the museum was founded by the explorer many years ago.
Right.
In a different location. It's only recently been moved here to be part of the tourist attraction. That might explain why it looks so out of place. Let's see it.
Okay.
This journal belonged to the explorer, who first discovered Boggy in this swamp 60 years ago.
The suspect's case file was updated? Oh, that was Boggy's case file, right. Okay, so we got that complete.
Books about Boggy and other mysterious creatures. I'll read them some other time. These are skulls? Oh, they're just models. Creepy models.
Creepy models. What's this?
This is a really cramped museum. Just one room, not worth the admission price.
Okay, I feel like we still haven't gotten any of these. Yeah, we're still missing 2 notes. I feel like I looked at this before. Was this one of the ones that was already filled in?
Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are gross?
Yes.
This is a
Okay, the hat. What is this?
Apparently, this is. It seems everyone is destined.
What's this door?
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked though.
Okay, so that's how he gets in, right? That's the one note. Have we talked? We haven't talked to him about everything yet.
A good example of how Boggy's feet are never shown in any form. They often use that little red bucket to hide them.
I think that was it. I think that was the one thing.
I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again.
Just for good measure.
Interest in something like that.
Obviously.
You're wasting your...
I'm sure. Alright. Was that the thing? That was not the thing. God dang it. What have I not clicked on?
I'd better take a look at this.
I don't think there's anything I missed.
Some magic. Did you?
Weird. Let's try moving on. Maybe something will become apparent.
It's a poster.
You know, I never clicked on the poster.
Boggy playing the piano. He's having a grand old time. Copyright MCM XXXIV. That'll be 1930, 1934? It's a poster from the old Boggy cartoon show.
Got it. Woo. What this means. Okay, we got that. Woods, bridge, alley. Oh, cafe. We're missing something from the cafe. In the gift shop. In the crossroads, still. So let's go back to the cafe, see what we can find. Keep making that mistake. What are we missing?
There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe.
Oh, well, okay, that answers that question. Fantastic. On to the gift shop. What have I missed? Wheels?
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look.
I already did this.
A Boggy's Bog mug. Maybe I'll get one and surprise Officer James for Christmas. It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting. There's really no way to tell, you know? It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though. A Boggy's Bog mug. Maybe I'll...
Okay, we did that.
Boggy doll.
That.
Boggy doll.
Boggy doll.
Boggy doll.
Boggy doll.
Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in, you know, not outside. I'm not going to worry about how frail that wooden path looks. Nope.
Let's see, there's probably nothing to do with Sally. What could it be?
I'm not going to...
So mushrooms, big tree?
There aren't many clues over here, but I...
Talk to Sally?
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? Is that one of your clues? It's nice.
Come on, lady. Work with me here.
I have no idea.
It's a gun.
Where are you?
Okay.
I can
Costume.
draw way better than that.
Can you show me?
There's no time. Maybe in the sequel.
Wait, did she draw in the sequel? I don't know.
Is that one of your clues? I have no idea.
Guess I'm done talking to her. We're still missing that one thing. What could it be? I wonder if it's something that will become apparent after we've talked to Officer James. Maybe there's something here.
It's a humble gift.
No, never mind. Price tag?
Brightly colored boggy baseball caps. Is there something behind them?
What? Okay, I guess that's that. The child's hat sold at the gift shop, designed to look like a little bit like Boggy. Wait, is this a piece of evidence? Well, see, now I have something to talk to with everyone. Hey, Sally, tell me about this hat.
These hats look pretty stupid. Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular.
Interesting. Can you tell I'm trying to stall for time? Oh my god, I didn't ask this guy about anything.
Why don't you show that to... He's dead, but
He's
he
dead.
always knew what he was getting
dead,
involved
Jim.
with. You don't know everything. I can't help you with that.
That's fine.
It's the same fabric from Mr. Remington's curtains.
Yes. I knew that.
Why don't you
Let's see here.
You don't know it?
Leggings. He's not gonna know anything about these
can't
things.
help you. Why don't you You don't know. I can't.
Okay. Next. Oh god, she was already looking at me.
No, thank you.
Fair enough.
If you bring me something with liquid on,
Yes, yes.
you can put.
It's poison though.
No, thank you.
Okay. Museum. Tell me about the hat.
This is just a piece of junk they sell to tourists. It has no resemblance to the real creature.
Oh, alright, that's all the information on the evidence. So last thing to do is Crossroads, I believe. Alright, let's go to the Crossroads and see what we can find. Oh god.
Note to self,
Don't fall in.
those trees are more dense. It's like a forest back there.
Okay, that doesn't tell us anything.
It's a fork in the road. How non-linear. There's a hollow part of the tree, right...
Too dark to see inside. Well, darn.
It's a fork in... It's a fork... Note to self,
Don't fall in.
those trees are...
Forest. Forest. Forest!
It's the base of it. Was this entire place built around it?
Hey, there we go. Alright, now before we ask Officer James about anything, I want to go through the suspects. Alright, so this doesn't really seem that suspicious, let's be honest.
Not suspicious.
See, the swamps is disgusting. That's nearly no reason to murder
Not
someone.
suspicious.
Sally has long legs.
Not suspicious.
That has no bearing on this case. She always wears black leggings. That is kind of suspicious, but we already know that's not
suspicious.
really a thing. She often brings spare clothes to the swamp.
Not suspicious.
Does not lock away her belongings in the evening.
Not suspicious. Not
She
suspicious.
can see this guy. Yeah, she's not suspicious at all. Shows many views with Agent Folder. That's a little suspicious. Purchase has been ignored by Remington so far. I'm not really suspicious of him anymore because he seems surprised.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
Watch me be completely wrong. So this is still pretty suspicious. He knows everyone's favorite food.
Not suspicious.
I mean, that's suspicious, but it's not suspicious for him. That's suspicious. Harper has known Remington for many years. Kind of suspicious. This guy's pretty suspicious still. Tried to film before, wasn't given permission. Respected Remington for his business sense.
Not suspicious.
Not really suspicious. Was able to find Burl for work last night. This isn't really suspicious either. They've worked together for years. It's not really suspicious. He carries around his camera most of the time. And the fact that he wasn't carrying his camera is pretty suspicious, but the fact that he moves around with it a lot, not really. Leggings do point to a heavier set person. So probably not Vanderpeer. But Boral is pretty big.
Suspicious.
He has a secret passionate hobby on the side. He told us it was taking black and white photographs, but it could also be boggy cosplay. He enjoys traditional black and white photography. Again, that's not suspicious. He doesn't like the natural air being commercialized. Says nobody knows the shape of Boggy's footprint. That's technically not true, but he also wasn't aware. His lockpick that uses to open doors, that's suspicious, but a new lockpick after losing his old one. He lost the... There's a lot of time in the museum. It's not really suspicious in itself.
Not suspicious.
Not suspicious.
Not suspicious.
That seems normal.
Not suspicious.
Hates Remington as a tourist attraction. That's kinda, yeah. So we know it wasn't Boggy.
Not suspicious. Not suspicious.
No.
Not suspicious.
This guy is extremely suspicious. Alright.
Hey.
I do want to check the evidence real quick. The clues. I want to look at this picture. Okay, didn't really know what I was looking for here. Some larger than Sally stole them and stressed them out. So that kind of... Yeah, Vanderpeer, definitely not. He is a tiny person. Agent Folder doesn't really look that big. Weybridge? Kinda, actually. He isn't heavyset. That's true, he's just bigger. Like, if we were to look at the picture, too. Where's the picture? There it is. Personally, somebody wearing a homemade body costume. The photo doesn't have long legs. They are simply reflected in the clear water. Okay, so they're not tall. So Boral's pretty tall. Harper doesn't really look heavy set. Probably not him. Echo seems like the prime suspect still. So short and heavy set, yeah. Echo's still in there, yeah, for sure. Like, he doesn't seem suspicious. But at the same time, he's the closest match, besides perhaps what's-her-face? Waybridge, yeah. So let's revise this. I still don't know what this will, if this will have any sort of effect on the outcome of the game.
Suspicious.
It's kind of suspicious. Expand the body cartoon character doesn't look like the real creature, which explains the costume.
Suspicious. Not suspicious. Suspicious. Suspicious.
Alright, let's keep that there. Okay. Let's just see what happens.
Ah, you finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I swear to God, if it's Officer James.
I didn't find him.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
This case can't be solved, but it can be solved. I shouldn't need to.
I don't need to.
Final chapter, oh God. Boggy's criminal record. Oh, I can actually go back. But I think I found everything, so.
Why not? I thought he was our prime suspect.
Not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Boggy from last night? Let me see that photo. If that's not Boggy, what is it?
I found designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them.
Not the body.
But the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
And do we show the missing page or do we show the flippers?
What's this? I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
No public.
I swear to God, if it was Officer James.
The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these flippers. A part of the costume.
But Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind. How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
The prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
Ah, but this swamp slime was one of the reasons Boggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think.
It's G Fuel.
This stuff is an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me.
What is that exactly?
A poisoned hot dog. It's the second reason that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
To make sure no one would eat that cafe ever again, that's not. To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office?
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
Remington went back to his office? Alone?
Oh God, okay.
I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work out.
Video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night, at the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them? Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match
Oh,
the
God.
sounds on the right. Drag them around and keep swapping until you're happy with the order. And if you want to hear the sounds again, you can tap on them.
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over my notes.
Alright, so the blast. That's probably the gun. The thud is most likely Remington lands in the planks outside his office. The ripping is culprit. Oh, no, that's not it. Culprit grad. Curtains. Oh! That's probably. Let's see here. Ah, this one. That's gonna be cries out in shock and falls backwards. I imagine that's this. Culprit grabs this.
I think that's it.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Ah, excellent. There's just two small details bothering me. First of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
It was in the hat.
Turns out the murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume. Then he fled the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Oh.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailant survive and manage to escape? Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience?
Probably not.
I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain. The one thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare the pieces I collected
Because we still didn't find the
with
body.
the original design I found.
Hello, I'm the murderer. Head, hands, we got the leggings.
Wait, you never found the body piece, the torso.
You're right, and I never would have found it. Not lying around. Not like the others.
Oh, God.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
This torso is probably made out of some thick material. Something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
To
soften...
soften the impact from a bullet. Aha!
Exactly.
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume?
Yikes! It's either in the tree or Echo is wearing it. Let's see. The hollow in the tree was one of the evidence things. Yikes.
Where is that last piece of the costume?
Okay, so that wasn't it. Alright, so...
But how?
Yeah,
Look
okay.
everywhere. Not a single clue.
Simple. He's still wearing it.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that? You were dressed as Buggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen, not to mention his main attraction.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
Man, the
Doesn't
fact
make
that
sense,
his
does
yellow
it?
parka...
Not unless you're in on the secret.
So the hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
The hunter and the hunted. Oh.
A secret society, an order of hunters. seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The Order goes further than this one man, and much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington?
Come on, James.
He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected, he and his friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy Spot was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Well, exactly. He didn't want to take any chances.
Now, don't you see? I did this place a service. Did Boggy a service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it.
That's the part you're getting upset about?
They'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. Everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
That's kind of naive.
But he's not a killer. You're the one who...
Detective.
You. It's
finished. Well, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have another job to do.
I don't know.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him. Just to scare him. Convince him.
I mean...
Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in
yeah,
peace
the intentions do
any longer.
matter, but he still
But,
killed him.
True to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
Oh, come on, you can't do this to me. Oh, he didn't go there with the intention to kill Remington.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down.
Hey, wait!
I'm sorry, what just happened? Hey Boggy, what's up? Okay.
Aha!
Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
Huh. Well. That was Raphael Benjamin Meyer. Did a fantastic job on the soundtrack. Oh my god, Aaron Hansen was in this game. These credits are very fast. Man, that was delightful. Air.
Grimoire.
Well, what did they decide to do?
Oh.
We had Mr. Everstone questioned. He was happy to tell us.
This is shorter and rougher than the sequel, but still fun. Oh yeah.
The number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Searched down to the last detail. And well, we agree with you, but I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We'd better be.
Huh. Yeah, that is very interesting. Can we look at the credits again? There we go. Owen Chong, admit he did a great job in this game as well. Huh. Aaron Hansen, Kimlin Tran, Michael Patterson, Josh Tamar, Faye Mata, Amber Lee Connors. They all did a wonderful job. All the characters were unique and delightful. More credits? More credits. More credits. Oh, goodness. Yeah, you can definitely see, this definitely feels like connective tissue from perhaps like Flash game Origins to what we got with Tangle Tower, which was definitely a much more polished experience. Didn't dislike it. There was also a lot of, like, I don't want to say extra fat, but like a lot of flash. There's a lot of things that don't necessarily matter, right? Like the whole suspicious versus not suspicious thing for each person. I was honestly expecting some kind of connection. Like, oh, Sally's gonna, start following us around at some point. And I guess that's just a decision they made. It's like, okay, we'll bring her back as the assistant. I'm glad they did, because Sally was delightful in Tangle Tower. She was also a lot of fun in this game. Huh. The mystery was also a little bit easier to solve. I feel like we sort of zeroed in on the yellow parka, like, immediately. But that's fine. It was still cool to go through everything. Alright. Yeah, let's see. How long did that take? That took 3 hours? Now the third one just needs to drop. Yeah! Oh my gosh! Honestly, this makes me even more excited to play that third one. Maybe if I can track down the Flash game and get it working, we can try that at some point. I will say, from what I saw on Google, it looks completely different. But yeah, definitely a much shorter experience. I'll have to take the number off of the thumbnail, because I expected this to be at least 2 parts like Tingle Tower was. But that's fine. Overall, wonderful experience. Definitely recommend. With that said, I think it's time to call it. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this court is adjourned. Thank you all so much for watching. McLeod, thanks for sticking with me through the whole time. Thanks to Banani for stopping by. Despy, thanks for lurking. I'm sure you were here all along. Have a good night. Have a good night yourself. Yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Probably Tuesday. I still haven't uploaded my schedule. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for watching. I need to do that. I have it all written down. Ugh. Yeah, you all have a wonderful night. Ugh. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.